There we go. So I gave Norman his shine. Now let's see what's Devin been up to.
Haney, John, Devin, Haney on the fly.
A fair use. This is for commentary purposes only. You know what I mean? But
shout out Fight Hype.
Yes, shout out Fight Hype. Thank you, sir. It's mainly showing off his build and like how this is more of his natural weight. That's what this video is about. We'll see at the
best fighter in the world, pound for pound.
What do you do to get your body in shape? Keep your body in shape like that. What's your diet?
Let's go.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Just eat. Now I can eat. That's all you got to do. You already got the workout regimen.
Right, where did you start? I'm not talking about.
I like flies.
I'm not talking about mentality. I'm talking about. Yeah.
Again, fair use. We got to break this shit up. Can't just let it run. But you see him using the resistance bands to do all type of shit. Flies. I'll go like shoulder flies now. Okay, let's go. Yeah.
I was watching the Slava Fest. You see the difference. November 22nd. Brian Norman's on his back.
Okay, real quick. You guys want to comment on that? What you just seen? Does he look? How does he look to you?
I mean, I always
Looks
think
Scooty.
he's always came into fights with like a good physique, real chiseled and well conditioned. In fact, I think one of the best and understated parts about Devin Haney as a fighter is always his conditioning, and like he has such great staying power where he can keep the pace up for 12 rounds, which in my opinion is usually what bails him out. I think that's what bailed him out in the Loma fight, and the fact that he was still able to, dig deep and pull all that out in the 12th round, which seemed to be very deciding in that fight. But I don't know if I buy that whole thing of like, oh, now he's at his natural weight now, so he should be better and healthier and stronger because he's eating
That's
more.
what I wanted to get at. I would agree, only as a former former amateur wrestler. It didn't matter in pros. But no, if I had to cut weight, no, I wouldn't be at my full strength. I would have an advantage. It's the same principle, right? Because I get to wrestle a smaller or fight a smaller guy, but I'm not at my peak if I was just pigging out as I should have been as a teenager. You feel me? So that's where I'm at with it. But no, hey, again, the beautiful thing we're going to get to see, but I kind of do, just due to my own personal experience. So maybe that makes me biased. You could say that. But I know when I had to cut weight, I was diminished. You got it.
Yeah, the thing that I don't buy necessarily is like it's difficult to weigh that up against his competition. So for instance, let's say he's cutting down from 160 to 147. Well, who's to say Norman isn't cutting down from 170 to 147 or 180, you know what I mean? And so on and so forth. Like, so it's kind of difficult to gauge that. I would say throughout the history of boxing, it's 99% of the time when a fighter moves up in weight, they don't carry their power. The same has been true for Loma, for Shakur, for Tio, for Josh Taylor, for
okay, you made a great point, but let me rebut it. Real quick. Let me rebut it like this. I'm just thinking in real time, and being real. You could say that, but were any of those fighters you just named considered "quote unquote" weight bullies prior to that? The point I'm trying to make is, it was like, yeah, they moved up as they got older, but they were never considered like they were shrinking themselves down to make a weight that was "quote unquote" unfair. So you can't have it both ways, right? Either he's at more at his natural weight and was shrinking himself down, or it doesn't fucking matter. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, I feel what you're saying. I just mean like Well, that's the thing, though, is more commonly when fighters move up in weight, that's when you start to see them having to deal with those what before were the benefits, now they're deficits because now they can't rely on things like their size and their strength to bully guys the way a guy like Josh Taylor. I believe Josh Taylor was considered a weight bully. I think he really outsized most of the guys at 140 at least. And the same thing, it always bailed him out. It bailed him out in the Catterall fight, and it bailed him out in the Regis Prograis fight. But that's just my opinion. I personally think that won't be a factor. I think it'll really be just a matter of David Haney is really good at being a back foot boxer, and we're going to see how good of a back foot boxer he is in this fight, and that's his only path to victory, in my opinion.
Okay, fair enough. Let me do some quick.
You got to remember too that
Shelton.
The biggest.
Shelton, let me quarterback this real quick. I'm gonna let you speak. We got somebody backstage. I don't recognize. I'm sorry if I've seen you before, homie. I appreciate you tapping in, but I'm gonna need you to cam up real quick because I can't have any troll. Okay, cool. You can cam down. I got you. I'm gonna let Hugo go because he's just tapping in, and then Shelton, you can follow up. Let's go. What up, Hugo? What's up with you?
Hey, what's up, man? All right.
Chilling. I'm just curious before I let you go. How did you find my channel?
I think you did one. I think I started seeing your first streams after the fact, but you were on Black Brown, and then
okay,
and then I heard about your channel, and I don't like that channel, so I don't know what happened to it, but yeah, I heard you. I've been on your panel before. I talked about the last time I was on. I think we talked about Crawford Canelo the night after. I want to say, yeah, you had one or bad.
It wasn't my panel. Well, no, maybe it was. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. It was your panel because it was on your channel. It was on this channel. I didn't. I usually don't waste my time with most panels like Black and Browns. That's why I just went on there to talk shit. Remember? Yeah, anyways, yeah.
All right, man. What you got to say about this Haney Norman or anything in boxing you want to talk about? It's an open panel.
I'm not really that interested in the Haney fight, man. It's gonna be a good night of fights. I have a feeling that the 22nd is gonna be a banger of you have so many fights in there. Great lineup. We'll see what happens. I'm not a Haney fan. I want to see Norman.
You must be driving. You cut out for a minute. Okay. I'm gonna let you circle back. I think it was Shelton's turn.
Yeah, you got the biggest question.
So
you got to worry about in this fight is can Haney fix that?
Say again.
Go ahead, bro. Hello? You just came back. No. Yeah, cut out. Go ahead.
Yeah, you cut out. Go ahead and finish your intro. Here you go.
Yeah, can you still hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you again now.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, yeah, I was just saying, Haney's not a guy I like watching, so I'm not really interested in this fight. I'm interested in the other fights. I think it's gonna be a good ass night. So that's it. We could talk about whatever. I don't know what you guys were talking about currently.
No, it's cool. Okay, I know. I want to let you land for real, and then we'll pass the.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is.
Hold on. No, Shelton, hold on.
What I was gonna say is this.
Shelton, please. I just want to follow up with Hugo real quick. You said you're looking to the card. Looking forward to the card. Which fight in particular is like a favorite fight you're looking forward to? Is it Benavidez? Is it who else?
The two fights I'm looking forward to is Bam and Abdullah Mason and Crooks, because I think they're gonna throw down. I think they're talented prospects, so I think that fight particularly gonna be fight of the night. But Bam and Martinez for sure, and then for sure Benavidez is all right. Like I think it should be somebody's. I have a feeling somebody's gonna get knocked out, so that's the only positive part of it. But I'm not too big of a Benavidez fan. I think he has to just be a lot more active and get good fights. And I don't know, a lot of people are moving differently, these days, so it's hard to who knows exactly what people want to get, what matchups they want to get when they want to get those matchups. I think everybody has a roadmap in mind, so that's all I know for certain. But I just wish, obviously you guys spoken about it before. I just wish people were more active, a little bit more, But yeah, that's it.
I feel you. Okay, good take. Good take. I respect it. All right, Shelton. Now I'll let you learn.
Yeah, just got to see if Haney can fix the fact that every time he throws that jab, he opens up. He's fighting a guy with a hell of an uppercut and a hell of a left hook. So if he can't fix that, if he hasn't fixed that issue, he's probably going to get caught. And he's probably going to get slept. Because this guy got good feet. This guy's explosive. He's faster than people think he is, and he hits hard. That's telling you how hard he hits. So
I feel it. I
if
can't.
Devin Haney's still throwing that jab the way he threw that jab against Ryan, he's probably going to get uppercutted and knocked out.
I can't imagine that he hasn't been working on that, and that's not like the main thing on his mind. I hope he doesn't get in his head, but I hope it's not too much on his mind, if that makes sense. Yo, I want to say what's up to the chat real quick. My homeboy, the Griot, shout out. I known this man for over 20 years, so thank you for tapping in. I didn't even send you the link, homie. So yeah, you must have seen me on down your feed. Shout out. We're grinding. Anyone want to speak on this before we move on to the next?
I agree with Mo, and I agree with Shelton. I think Haney has he has skills to win a fight. He has the footwork. He has the boxing IQ. Haney does have good body punching for a guy on his back foot. He does work the body, and I think he has to mix it up. I don't think he'll be able to beat Brian Norman just purely boxing. If it's just like a Jose Ramirez performance, I think he's going to find himself going into the ropes, backing himself up too much. And I think Brian Norman is able to cut up the ring because I think people are underrating Brian Norman's feet. I think I agree. The whole narrative for against Brian Norman is like he's not going to be quick enough to reach Devin. I think at 24, and I'd be shocked, man, because honestly, I could be wrong. Devin could completely shut this guy out. And even though I'm predicting Brian Norman to knock him out, I could be totally wrong. And if I'm wrong, as I said this before, Haney got to go in the pound per pound, at least top 10 if he beats Brian Norman at 147 in his debut. But I agree with Shelton. I think Haney, when he throws the jab, he's a little exposed. That arm tends to fall down, that rear arm. And I think Haney's head movement, hopefully they've been working on it. But I did see Haney get caught a bit, not just from Ryan Garcia, but Jojo Diaz, Jose Linares, even Lomachenko. Haney, he tends to keep his head in the line. And you wouldn't expect that from Haney, but, the comparison between Haney and Floyd, it stops when it comes to head movement because Floyd could fight in the pocket and move his head out the way, whereas Haney, he relies more on his feet. Haney has elite feet. He get away from you on his feet, but when it comes to his head movement, I think he'll have to work on that to avoid Brian Norman's power.
No, absolutely, I agree. Again, I got Norman, man. If you want to put a gun to my head, I got Norman. Let me just say this real quick, and I'll let you follow up. No, his head movement is not there, and that's very disappointing. But that's not his defense, like you said, it's his feet. And I'm sure they've been maintaining that, throw the jab and fucking, hold the phone, as they say. So that's got to be it. I cannot imagine after the, I don't know, it's been a year and a half, whatever the fuck it's been, that they ain't been working on that. But y'all got it. Yeah, that's my only issue with him as a. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. Yeah,
I just want to say to Homeboy's point, I'm sorry. I passed it and then I had a thought. No, to was that Koki? To your point, it has been a recurring issue. So I will acknowledge that it wasn't just one fight, but now you got to work on it because you're moving up. Dude's got more power. I'm gonna really pass the mic now. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's my only issue with Haney as a fighter. Like I said, I don't know how good he'll do in the. Obviously, I'm not a fan, but going up, I wonder what the punch resistance is going to be. I wonder how the chin is going to hold up. I wonder if he transfers his speed over. The power has always been his least greatest asset. but it's there. But I just don't know. The shot selection, it's half and half for me. You know, I think out of a lot of these guys that are up and coming, I think even though he holds a high position, I know you guys like him. For you know, I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna hear you know your reasons why you like him. I think he gets hit too often, regardless. You know, so there's only very few things that I think he does good, like that the left hand to the body and right cross. Like he pretty much that's like his money shot. So I could see him doing that throughout the fight, but we'll see, man. To me, he's a doubt for actor in my mind. He's just too many questions still, but. I just don't understand what the point. How is he getting hit that often? What's the thought process in the camp, or you know, like I don't understand because I know people want to make comparisons with Floyd, but honestly, I think Floyd is he's exceptional all around. Better presence of mind, better shot selection, superior footwork in all the angles, superior angles. Like they're not even the same fighter, but. You know what I mean? I'm only it'd be interesting to see. That's what I'm only really interested to see what happens. But if he gets knocked out, that'll do me some good because I'm like, all right, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this. Oh, you want to know why I like him? It's not that I like him. Again, I went over it before, but it's just the redemption story because you know I'm a motherfucker. As a divorced man, I've been down and out, and then I made my comeback. I finally like got on, so I'm like, damn, people hating on me and doubting me, so I'm gonna overcome the odds, you know. So I like that again. I like the redemption arc. That's more of it than anything. I mean, but I will acknowledge that. Hold on, real quick. Bill's from the town. I'm from the East Side. You know what I mean? Shut up, take yo ho. But oh, I didn't mean to say that. I forgot Bill was a pimp. I shouldn't say that. Anyway, so I am a little bit biased in that regard, even though Devin is not from the town. So I'll acknowledge that. But do y'all want to answer my man Egrio at the gym, putting in that work? Shout out to you, but he's in the chat. He says in the chat, what if Norman just ends up being very overrated and Haney outboxes him? Was the second part of that. Do y'all want to speak to that? Do you think that's the case?
I think he's underrated, if anything.
I tend to agree. Let y'all know rather about my man Grio. He's like a pure boxing fan, more hardcore than me. I suggested he start a channel years ago, way before I even thought about this shit, way before I got on any panel. So this motherfucker knows his shit. I'm not saying he doesn't have his bias, but yeah, he's down for the crown. Shout out to NY. That's where he's from too. So yeah, man. Okay. So Mo thinks Norman is underrated. I'm gonna
to the Griot's point, because since Hugo brought it up, hey, Manny Pacquiao is one of the greatest fighters who ever lived. This dude is a living legend, one of the greatest living boxers today, and he got outboxed by a lot of great fighters. You can still be a great puncher, a great fighter, be outboxed, and also be not overrated.
Yeah. Well, which point were you addressing exactly? Because
someone in the chat was saying that what if Norman is just overrated and Haney outboxes him anyway?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You think that's possible, or you just can't leave no room for that?
I think he could outbox him, but it's gonna be in the typical Haney fashion. It's not gonna be anything crazy. I can see the deficiency in Norman coming in. He just has issues chasing guys like that. Even lesser talent people that he fought. What was it, like 3 fights ago or 4 fights ago? I remember vaguely seeing that. I forget the kid's name. You just mentioned them early on. I was popping in and out of your stream, but you talked. I think so, yeah. But the guy that was moving, he had issues catching him. So that's the only really I could see just in that space. He could just tag him and move, tag him, move, tag him, move. And I think maybe he'll get caught in the level changes. That's what I'm feeling with Norman. Norman might crack him that way. He might want to, you mentioned that sometimes he stays too his head is always in the center. Kind of, he just doesn't move his head. Sometimes he level
Right.
changes, and he also has that sort of weirdo. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what, but I can see him cracking him there. So, but yeah, if it's like on paper, I think Haney could just tap him, move, tap him, move. So
Okay.
Norman I think is properly rated.
Yeah, I agree. Just to put a cap on this one point, to give you a historical comparative, Roy Jones Jr. outboxed Bernard Hopkins probably like 10 or 12-0, I forget. Like, but just washed him completely, and then Bernard Hopkins went on to dominate the division for like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So like, a guy can get outboxed and he can still go on to be a great fighter. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I think Norman has the capabilities to be that good, just dominate the welterweight.
That is the outlier, but I do like what I see with the kid. I can't wait to see more. That's all I'm gonna say. Damn, I know I'm overcooking this fight, but I'm gonna read your shit, Griot. Shout out to you for being active in the chat, but I'm gonna move to the next slide. It's still about Norman, but and then we're actually gonna move to some other subjects. Let's put about an hour into this, but anyway, Griot, that's exactly what I mean. When fighters win decisively recently, we oversell those performances versus their actual level. Okay, I mean, you could dominate one fight and not really be there.